Theology of Christmas. Christmas is a fantastic event. I'm a big fan. But from time to time it is good to talk about the theology of Christmas and some of the deep stuff that is in the Word that may not be readily apparent when you read the Christmas story. So I'd like to share this with you this morning, kind of as a pre-sermon time at this point in the service.
Oh, that's what.
This is the time of year when we think back to the very first Christmas, when the three wise men, Gasper, Balthasar, and Herb, went to see the baby Jesus. And according to the book of Matthew, presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. These are simple words, but if we analyze them carefully, we'll discover an important, yet often overlooked theological fact. There is no mention in these words of wrapping paper. If there had been wrapping paper, Matthew would have said so. And lo, the gifts were inside of 600 square cubits of paper, and the paper was festooned with pictures of Frosty the Snowman. And Joseph was going to throweth it away, but Mary saith unto him, she saith, holdeth it, that is nice paper, saveth it for next year. And Joseph did roll it to his eyeballs, and the baby Jesus was more interested in the paper than the frankincense. But these words do not appear in the Bible, which means that the very first Christmas gifts were not wrapped. This is because the people giving these gifts had two important characteristics. Number one, they were wise. Number two, they were men. Men are not big gift wrappers. Men do not understand the point of putting paper on a gift just so someone else can tear it off. This is not just my opinion. This is a scientific fact based on a statistical survey of two guys I know. One is Rob, who said the only time he ever wraps a gift is if it's such a poor gift that I don't want to be there when the person opens it. The other is Gene, who told me that he does wrap gifts, but as a matter of principle never takes more than 15 seconds per gift. No one ever had to wonder which presents Daddy wrapped at Christmas. Gene said they were the ones that looked like enormous spitballs. I also wrap gifts, but because of some defect in my motor skills, I can never completely wrap them. I can take a gift the size of a deck of cards and put it in the exact center of a piece of wrapping paper, the size of a regulation volleyball court, but when I'm done folding and taping, you can still see a sector of the gift peeking out. Sometimes I camouflage this sector with a marking pen. If I'd been an ancient Egyptian in the field of mummies, the lower half of Pharaoh's body would have been covered only by Scotch tape. On the other hand, if you give my wife a 12-inch square of wrapping paper, she can wrap a C-130 cargo plane. My wife, like many women, actually likes wrapping things. If she gives you a gift that requires batteries, she wraps the batteries separately, which to me is very close to being a symptom of mental illness. If it were possible, my wife would wrap each individual volt. Thank you, Jason. My point is that gift wrapping is one of these skills like having babies that come more naturally to women than to men. That's why I'm presenting gift wrapping tips for men. Whenever possible, buy gifts that are always wrapped. If when the recipient opens the gift, neither of you recognizes it, you can claim that it's myrrh. Secondly, the editors of Women's Day magazine recently ran an item on how to make your own wrapping paper by printing a design on it with an apple sliced in half horizontally and dipped in a mixture of food colored and liquid starch. They must be smoking crack. If you're giving a hard-to-wrap gift, skip the wrapping paper. Just put it inside a bag and stick one of those little adhesive bows on it. This creates a festive visual effect that is sure to delight the lucky recipient on Christmas morning. Your wife may ask, why is there a hefty trash bag under the tree? You, it's a gift. See, it has a bow. Your wife, peering into the trash bag. It's a leaf blower. You, gas-powered, 5 horsepower. Your wife, I want a divorce. You, I also got you some myrrh. In conclusion, remember that the important thing is not what you give or how you wrap it. The important thing during this very special time of year is that you save the receipt. Thank you. So it's Christmas, and I thank you for indulging me in that. I love Christmas time. I absolutely love this time of year. I love the snow coming down. It's kind of strange that it's lasted this long. It doesn't seem like Idaho ever has this weather for this long. I hear that it's supposed to get warmer in the next couple days and then freeze at night, which means we're going to have a great ice skating rink out there. That'll be pretty fantastic. Drive carefully. But I love Christmas, and I find that it's amazing that this time of year we have such an opportunity to teach our children about the true meaning of selflessness. It's really easy for kids to get wrapped up. Okay, it's really easy for me to get wrapped up in all about the gifts. But this is the most amazing moment where God intersects humanity. divinity and humanity collide into each other, and the world has never been the same, ever, since that day. And yes, it's been fun watching Facebook, different discussions about Christmas, the meaning of Christmas, when Christmas actually was among my friends. But God, I think, uses this time of year for us to focus the entire world, including our own families, on the most amazing moment in the history of the world, which is when God came into this world. And from there to the Easter story, you don't have Easter without Christmas, and Christmas doesn't mean anything without Easter. From that story, that journey, God changed the world when God came near. Would you stand up with me as we recognize